News coming into CNN right now. The Manhattan District Attorney has agreed to postpone Donald Trump's sentencing in his criminal hush money trial. The president-elect was found guilty of 34 felonies in his case.
Like so many things involving the president-elect, this is uncharted territory, with Trump being the first convicted felon elected to the nation's highest office. We're covering this from all angles, and we begin with CNN's Paula Reed. Paula, tell us what you've learned.
So we've been waiting for this decision because the question is, what happens to President-elect Trump's sentencing that is scheduled for next week? And here, what we're learning is that the district attorney has made it clear they're going to reject and try to defend against any effort to dismiss this case. But they are open to delaying this sentencing for up to 4 years because they understand that it's going to take time to litigate this issue of the future of this case. So they do not agree to dismiss this case, but while that question is being litigated, they understand that the sentencing has to be paused. So President-elect Trump will not be sentenced next week. And the next step is the two parties will litigate this issue. And again, they understand that this.
They're trying to arrest a man in 2029?
Not happen for another 4 years.
Felony crimes in New York State, no matter who you are,
it's just so corrupt.
Cannot and will not normalize serious criminal conduct. The defendant repeatedly made false statements on New York business records. He also caused others.
Thank you. Mr. Bragg, the indictment says that there were 34 false business records. And they were done to conceal another crime, but the indictment does not specifically say what those crimes were. We are assuming, perhaps, that they might be election-related. I'm wondering if you can specify what laws were also broken.
Right. So let me say as an initial matter that the indictment doesn't specify that because the law does not so require. In my remarks, I mentioned a couple of laws which I will highlight again now. The first is New York State election law, which makes it a crime to conspire to promote a candidacy by unlawful means. I further indicated a number of unlawful means, including more additional false statements, including statements that were planned to be made to tax authorities. I also noted the federal election law cap on contribution limits.
Why weren't there those crimes charged? Why wasn't he charged with those crimes?
Well, I'm not going to go into our deliberative process on what was brought. The charges that were brought were the ones that were brought. The evidence in the law is the basis for those decisions.
Is that the justice system working, or is it the justice system being manipulated?
I would be happier, as someone who owns property in Manhattan, if the district attorney of New York County would take care of criminals who are making it impossible for citizens to walk in the streets and use the subway, to use his efforts to keep those people off the street, than to spend $5 million or $10 million of taxpayers' money trying Donald Trump on this nonsense. That's my view. But I, as a taxpayer in this country, resent using the system for your own personal self-aggrandizement. Now, if you didn't know...
And that's what you think the DA did in Manhattan?
That's what I think. I mean, if you look, you had to twist yourself into a pretzel to figure out what the crime was. He doesn't like him. New York City didn't like him for a while.
Trump. What do you think of Donald Trump?
What do I think of him? I think he was a good businessman, a real estate guy, and he was certainly terrific on The Apprentice.
Sergeant Hassan Korea, an Afghanistan War retired veteran. He received enemy fire from the Taliban, only to be murdered with a knife on the streets of New York City. The 4 assailants responsible for his death initially were facing justice, but that changed when District Attorney Alvin Bragg was elected. Suddenly, 2 of the homicidal maniacs responsible for my son's death had their gang assault and murder charges completely dismissed. One of them received 14 months time served. Alvin Bragg charged her with assault with a shoe. And another one was sentenced to 7 years. I later learned that Alvin Bragg often dismisses and reduces dangerous criminals.
I actually know her.
He wants to clear the jails and return violent.
I actually know her. We used to work in Blexit through Candace Owens. That's very interesting how life worked. Way before I had YouTube, Twitter, any of this, me and that woman named Madeline, she ended up becoming state director of New York in Blexit, Candace Owens' organization. And I became state director of Tennessee. I actually got awarded state director of the year a few months within being in that group. This was in 2000, I believe in 2022, I think. It's crazy that I can't remember now. No, it was 21. It was 2021. Yep, right up there, the Jan 6. But she's a great person. It's amazing.
We need justice for victims. And we need accountability for prosecutors who fail in their duty. Soft on crime prosecutors like Alvin Bragg in New York, Kim Fox in Chicago, and George Gascon in Los Angeles have turned our great country and cities into war zones. Poor and neglected communities like mine are suffering. And who else in here is sick and tired of being sick and tired? The Democratic Party that poor minorities have been loyal to for decades, including myself, all right? They betrayed us. They stabbed us in the back. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, who claim to represent us, have abandoned us. They neglected the poor minority communities across America. But mine eyes have been opened. Just like so many other poor minorities across America. Donald Trump shares our values, love of God and family and country. He's been a victim of the same corrupt system that I have been and my family has been. He is committed to providing economic opportunities, helping those suffering from addiction with long-term inpatient drug programs, rolling back deadly bail reform policies that are getting our children killed every single day, and supporting our police. We back the NYPD. We back the blue. Back the blue. NYPD, black the blue. Trump was right when he said, they're after us. He's just standing in the way. And guess what? He always will. That's why I'm standing with him today. Let's make America safe again. Donald J. Trump. Thank you, and good night.
Wow, wow, wow. So yeah, like I was saying, Madeline, I've known her throughout the years. She's a great patriot, and she just pretty much exposed the corruption throughout Alvin Bragg. And throughout this compilation I put together, I hope you guys enjoy, it shows that Alvin Bragg is allowing for New York City to become a modern day Sodom and Gomorrah. And he's more interested in trying to send Donald Trump in prison instead of just dropping his case, which Donald Trump lawyer told Fannie Williston will send your fat you know what to jail if you continue to pursue him. These people are taking it as a game. They are now saying they want to send Trump to prison in 2029. Bro, is this real? Are they serious? 2029? We won't let this stand. And I don't think I'm the only one that wouldn't feel too much sorrow if these people were arrested for trying to send him to prison. What do they have to prove? They lost. This is so deranged that even liberals are saying, dude, what is the point of this? Why are our taxes being used for these reasons? He's president. Let it go. No one cares. He has postponed the entire case. Alvin Bragg, Big Mad Alvin Bragg, Porky Pig, whoever you want to call him, Porky Bragg, it don't matter. He has postponed this entire situation until 2029, which means he did not cancel it, which is weird because Judge Merchant also postponed his, kind of pushed his off the same day. They are now prepping to try to take him after the presidency. There has to be some type of way that this is illegal. Out of all of our presidents that have been, he's the most innocent. He hasn't taken none of our pay, the presidential pay. Out of everything Trump has done, think about this, guys. They couldn't get him for anything while being president. They had to get him for his past, right? They tried going through the documents and all. But what they really trying to pin him on is his past, which it still is stupid, talking about hush money and whatnot. But what is interesting right now to me is that we could compare President Trump to other presidents, and you have to talk about their present, what they're doing right now as president of the United States after we elected them, after they were in charge of our lives. That's where it starts to differ. Most of these presidents, they committed war crimes. Almost all of them are actual criminals, and they're going after Trump. These people have lost the culture. I don't know what Alvin and the Chipmunk Bragg is planning, but it's disgusting, and I'm ashamed that he black. I wish that Negro wasn't black, because it's absolutely disgusting to see this big nigga up here have the time to skip a treadmill, to skip leg day, to skip arm day, to skip neck day. Hell, to skip chest day, forehead day, ear day, every part of him big. But to have time to go and try to prosecute Trump, man, we are entering a very strange time. It's a temporary win for Trump, my opinion, from what I've seen, what I hear. This ain't going nowhere. And they're going to severely regret it. I can't wait till I can come back to you guys and report on the end result of this. Because I tell you, I don't think it's going to be a good situation for none of them. Retribution is coming. Retribution is coming. Also, you guys, I'm appreciating you checking out the videos. The people that have checked my videos before and returning, I'm super, super appreciative of you. I don't think you really understand it, but when you guys actually view my videos, the people that viewed it before, like it, comment, and engage in it, and watch it at least by 50 or 60%, they actually push my video through YouTube. So YouTube, that's how the algorithm works. It'll tell you. So if regular viewers are watching and engaging in my videos, it will go, it'll get larger, and we'll continue to break the narrative on a larger scale. Only if you choose to. If not, we rocking how we are where we at. I can produce the news for my 40, 50 loyals that constantly come back. Because if you appreciate what's being posted, it's worth me getting up and posting it. Thank you so much, seriously. Most importantly, click the notification bell to stay updated. Thanks, guys. See you on the next one.